Hey there, math aces, and welcome to Mr. Ace Math. In this video, we're going to answer this question. And it says, if you run 6 miles in 1 5/10 hours, what is your speed in miles per hour? Because we're comparing two things, and more specifically measuring one thing, in this case the miles, by a second thing, in this case the hours, this means we're talking about something called rates. In this case, it's distance measured in miles, and you're measuring that in time measured in hours. So let's take out the important information from the actual problem. It says you can run 6 miles in 1 5/10 hours. And what you're being asked is to find the miles per hour. And these three words are incredibly important. Miles per hour. And believe it or not, the most important one here is the word per. And the reason why that's so important is because it tells you exactly how the rate is going to look. Rates are normally represented as fractions. So because it's normally written as a fraction, this means we're going to have something on the top and something on the bottom. This word per tells us exactly what those things are. What we talk about before the word per is going to go in the top of the rate. Since we're talking about miles, that will go in the top. So I'll write 6 miles right here. And the word after the word per tells us the bottom of the rate. And in this case, that's the number of hours. And how many hours will it take you to run 6 miles? Well, they told us that in the problem, and that's 1 5/10 hours. So we'll take that value and put it in the bottom of the rate. Now, because we're looking for the miles per hour, that means they're specifically looking for how many miles in every 1 hour. And because the bottom of our rate is going to have the number 1 in it, it's a special kind of rate called a unit rate. And how do we find the unit rate? Well, in order to find the unit rate, you always have to divide both the top and bottom by the bottom value. And what's the bottom value in this rate? Well, it's 1.5. So I'll divide the top and the bottom by the bottom value, which is 1.5. And what's 1.5 divided by 1.5? Well, that's 1. And the unit of measure, in this case the number of hours, remains exactly the same. So now we've got 1 hour in the bottom of the rate, which is perfect because that's exactly what we're looking for. And now we just have to divide the top. So what's 6 divided by 1.5? Well, that's going to require a little bit more work. Since this lesson is not on division of decimals, I'll just do the work very, very quickly. So we couldn't divide by a decimal, so we turned that decimal into a whole number by moving the decimal point over 1 time. So we had to do the same exact thing to the right, giving us the new problem 60 divided by 15. When we did that, we noticed that 15 times 4 gave us the 60 we needed, and this makes our final answer 4. So let's go back to our problem and put that in. So we'll write our 4 right here, and our unit of measurement will stay exactly the same. So I'll write miles right next to 4. So this means that if you can run 6 miles in 1 5/10 hours, that you'll be able to run 4 miles in 1 hour. And even though it's written 4 miles per every 1 hour, we normally just say it as 4 miles per hour. So let's take that and put it in a complete sentence. So remember, the question asked, what is your speed in miles per hour? So we directly answered that by saying, your speed is 4 miles per hour. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in math class.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Questions? Comments? Leave them down below.
And thanks for using Mr. Ace Math. Don't just pass math, ace it.